You fold yourself up under the blanket, pulling your knees almost to your chest. Or maybe you sprawl out, arms and legs everywhere, lost to the world. Every night you land in a version of yourself you never see, until morning aches or odd dreams remind you. But here's what you don't know. That exact way you curl up, flop down, or tuck your arm under the pillow is telling a silent story about your health. In the next few minutes, we're going to rank the most common sleeping positions and crack open what they say about your body, from the way your heart beats, to why your jaw clicks, to the surprising emotions behind how you nestle in, and by the end, you might rethink the way you hit the pillow tonight. Back sleeping, what some call the soldier position, arms straight at your sides, legs together like you're posing for a yearbook photo no one will ever see. This is the most official of all sleeper types. And it turns out, your spine is grateful. Specialists call back sleeping the gold standard for neutral posture. Head, neck, and spine aligned as if traced with a ruler. People who sleep this way often wake up with fewer neck kinks and pressure points, and there's even evidence it cuts the risk of facial wrinkles. No squishing your cheek into a pillow for hours. So far, so good. But here's where back sleepers get caught: snoring. By lying flat, your airway relaxes and is more likely to narrow or collapse, making back sleepers the VIPs at the Snore Olympics. Even worse, people with sleep apnea, those nightly gasping fits, are far more likely to notice problems if they're on their backs. So what's the fix? A wedge pillow changing the angle by just 10 degrees reduces airway obstruction for most back sleepers, and a soft neck roll underneath can work wonders. So, if you're going to sleep like a statue, just angle yourself towards comfort. But now, let's talk about the Starfish variation. Still on your back, but this time you're taking up as much real estate in the bed as possible. Arms overhead, legs out, looking like you've just flopped down after winning a prize. Couples everywhere have strong feelings about the Starfish. There's actually a health side to this. Sleeping with arms overhead has been shown to increase pressure on the shoulder sockets and sometimes irritate nerves that control the fingers and wrists. Some people actually wake up with numb hands after a night starfishing. The fix: lower your arms to hip level or experiment with hugging a thin pillow. It spreads out the pressure and gives your shoulders a break. And if you share your bed, you might save your partner an elbow to the face. Now, side sleepers, is this you? You tuck yourself on one side, curling up, knees bent, maybe clutching a pillow or drawing the blanket tight. This is the fetal position, comfort incarnate, famous for being a go-to comfort zone, especially for those who love a cozy, protective shell. Over 40% of people pick the fetal position as their default, and psychologists have long noted that this position often appears in people dealing with high stress or anxiety. The body literally curls inward to protect itself. The perks: sleeping on your side is linked to a lower risk of back pain for many because it helps your spine decompress. Side sleeping also helps with digestion and may reduce nighttime acid reflux by as much as 50% for those prone to heartburn. Pregnant people are advised to sleep this way to take pressure off vital blood vessels and keep oxygen flowing efficiently to both mother and baby. But here's the catch: curling up tightly can restrict deep breathing and sometimes put extra tension on joints, hips, knees, even your jaw if it's pressed into the pillow. The fix is simple: slip a small, firm pillow between your knees. This levels out your hips and gives your lower back a break. Uncurl your body just a bit and let your shoulders relax. Suddenly, you're cocooned without the drawbacks. Next, picture the log. You lie straight on your side, arms flat against your body, legs out, as if you were trying to win the neatest sleeper award. This position is surprisingly common, especially among people with organized, no-fuss personalities who value structure even in their rest. Side sleeping, log style, carries some of the same spine benefits as the fetal, just with a bit less cramping for your internal organs. Research shows these sleepers tend to have lower rates of sleep apnea and fewer early morning headaches, possibly because the open airway position reduces oxygen interruptions throughout the night. There's a twist, though. Lying stiff as a board makes you more likely to develop pressure soreness on the outer shoulder and hip over years of repetition, the kind that wakes you up at 3 a.m. with a pins and needles sensation that takes 20 minutes to shake off. If you often wake up with a tingly arm or sore hip, this might be why. Luckily, the fix is easy. Switch sides midway through the night if you can, or add a memory foam mattress topper to even out the pressure zones before they become pain points. Another contender on the side sleeping spectrum: the Yearner. Imagine lying on your shoulder, arms stretched ahead of you like you're reaching for the alarm clock you're about to hate. The Yearner has a drama of its own. People who sleep this way are sometimes more restless, flipping from side to side more often during the night, and sleep studies suggest this restlessness isn't random. It often reflects an underlying problem-solving mindset that carries over into sleep. Believe it or not, sleep researchers have found that yearners are more likely to remember their dreams, something to do with lighter cycles of REM sleep caused by their restless posture, which means the brain stays closer to wakefulness and locks in dream memories more effectively. There's a plus. This position keeps your head and neck well aligned when done right, especially if you use a pillow that fills the gap between your ear and the mattress. But here's a surprise. Outstretched arms can put strain on the rotator cuff and, over time, drag your shoulder forward, causing tension in the front of the chest by morning that feels like you've been carrying something heavy. The fix? Place a pillow under your leading arm or clutch a body pillow. That way, your shoulder gets support and your dreams can continue undisturbed. But of course, not all side sleeping is created equal. So what's wrong with the right side? This is the twist most people miss. Doctors have noted that sleeping specifically on your right side, night after night, increases acid exposure to the esophagus, upping the risk of heartburn by as much as 70% for chronic sufferers. The anatomy explains why. The stomach sits on the left side of the body, so right side sleeping allows gastric acid to pool against the lower esophageal sphincter more easily. Meanwhile, left side sleeping is long associated with improved circulation. Your heart pumps uphill less, thanks to gravity assisting blood flow back to the organ. That's why patients with high blood pressure and pregnant individuals are often steered towards the left. However, for people with certain heart conditions or lung issues, sleeping on the left for too long can sometimes make symptoms worse. The weight of the heart against the chest wall can create discomfort, and they may even wake up breathless. Balance is key, literally. Try alternating sides when you can, or listen to your body as it guides you into the most restful direction. Now, stomach sleepers, the daredevils of the sleep world. You drop onto the mattress face down, arms up, or tucked under the pillow, as if you're bracing for impact. This is the free fall position, and it comes with its own warning sign. Stomach sleeping forces your neck to twist by up to 90 degrees, all night, every night. Over time, this strain can lead to chronic stiffness and actual loss of range of motion that physical therapists see regularly in patients who can't turn their heads fully to one side. Your lower back? It's in a perpetual arch, loading the lumbar discs with pressure that, over years, can accelerate disc degeneration. Studies have tracked more frequent tingling in the hands, jaw discomfort from grinding against the pillow, even misalignment of the spine among die-hard stomach sleepers who've maintained the habit for decades. One upside, this position can help reduce snoring, making you a great roommate, at the cost of your own body. The fix is to use the flattest pillow you can manage, or none at all. Place a thin cushion under your hips to flatten your spine and relieve pressure. If you notice any numbness or pain, train yourself to roll at least partway onto your side during the deepest part of the night. Let's break the tension. Pillow hugging. Do you sleep with your arms wound around a cold pillow, clutching it like a lifeline? There's surprising science behind this comfort move. Hugging, a pillow or a person, gives the body a gentle, even pressure that naturally slows your heartbeat and triggers calming hormones. Oxytocin, sometimes called the cuddle chemical, is released even from inanimate objects held close during sleep, and studies have shown that people who regularly hug a pillow report feeling 30% more rested upon waking, even when their total sleep time hasn't changed. Those who pillow hug often report lower nighttime anxiety and even more consistent sleep cycles, possibly because the sensation mimics the security of being held. It doesn't matter if you share your bed or sleep alone, your body just wants the feedback and gentle compression. The easy solution: pick a long body pillow or a firm bolster and let yourself use it every night. No shame. Your brain will thank you in the morning. Now for the most relatable category of all, the combination sleeper. That's you if you start out on your side, shift to your back, and wake up on your stomach before rolling again. Over half of adults change sleep positions at least 3 times per night, and some restless sleepers hit double digits without realizing it. Combination sleeping has an upside. Your body self-adjusts to relieve pressure and prevent injury from staying in one spot too long, which is actually a protective mechanism built into how we sleep. The downside? You're more likely to wake up during light sleep phases with each position change, leading to a sense of never getting fully rested even after 8 hours in bed. If you find yourself tossing and turning and waking up groggy, experiment with a medium firm mattress that allows easy movement but cushions your joints, and consider blackout curtains to reduce the environmental triggers that make you shift unnecessarily. And if you share a bed, talk with your partner about synchronizing pillows or blankets. Nothing ruins a night like getting entangled in a tug of war at 2 a.m. Now, for the bonus that most people overlook, elevated sleeping. Raise your head, and sometimes your legs, by 20 to 30 degrees using an adjustable base or wedge pillow. This little tweak has measurable health benefits: reduced snoring, less acid reflux, improved breathing for those with allergies or congestion. Medical studies link a 30-degree incline to a 40% drop in nighttime coughing for people with chronic sinus troubles. And the same angle has been shown to reduce the frequency of sleep apnea episodes by nearly a third in mild to moderate cases. Even heart failure patients see measurable differences in how fluid accumulates overnight when the upper body is elevated, reducing morning swelling in the legs and ankles. And you don't need a fancy bed. Stacking 2 supportive pillows or using a wedge under your mattress does the trick. Just don't go too high, or you risk sliding off like a luge athlete halfway through the night. By now, you've probably pegged your favorite sleeping pose and maybe discovered a flaw or two. Maybe you're a psychoanalytical fetal sleeper, or a pragmatic log, or an aspiring combination contortionist. What's crucial is that how you sleep tonight shapes not just your comfort, but your long-term health. From spinal alignment to emotional patterns, your sleeping position is a nightly blueprint for your body's inner world. If you want to experiment tonight, try a subtle change: a pillow between the knees, a new incline, or alternating sides. See what patterns emerge and pay attention to the signals your body sends. Are you waking up refreshed or reaching for the coffee after another rough morning? Sometimes the fix really is simple: tuck in differently and wake up to a better version of yourself tomorrow.